vegan, but you ain't heard the story about the evil vegan. And if you think Mama Smurf's story was crazy, wait until you hear the evil vegan story. If you thought what Mama Smurf did was crazy, wait until you hear what the evil vegan did
Mr. Two
to
Times.
keep me from my child's life. Before we deal with baby mama to number 2, the evil vegan, before we deal with baby mama number 2, the evil vegan, I want to go through baby Smurf's initial rant. I want to go through baby Smurf's initial rant. Her very, 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 very first TikTok. I want to decode this. It won't take long. This won't take long. And then we'll get into the evil vegan. Now, let me say something. Taking responsibility. I know for a fact that the evil vegan situation happened just under 10 years after the first situation happened, because I had not learned my lesson. As much as I suffered, as much as I was punished with baby Smurf, I had not learned my lesson. Because if I learned my lesson that the ancestors wanted to teach me, the evil vegan would have never ended up in the same situation. Both of my daughter's mothers are the same age. Both of my daughter's mothers are the same complexion. Both of my daughter's mothers are born in the same month. Both of my daughter's mothers were on birth control until they decided to conceive without making me aware that they stopped using the birth control. And both of my daughter's mothers wanted to get married as a result of pregnancy. I'm telling you, the situations are almost identical.
Lillian said, go to bed. It's not my bedtime yet, so I'll go to bed soon. Yeah, this is the thing about people like Dr. Umar Johnson, right? That charisma gets them going, right? And for him, for Dr. Umar Johnson, again, his background is pretty impressive, right? If he would have just stayed on a narrow, like straight and narrow path, I'm not sure what happened, right? I feel like a lot of people like him, again, I don't say that's what he did. I don't know, like they get this like this feeling of like they can like they want to change, they want to make changes, right? You could tell he really did want to make changes, right? What happened is that like what it takes to make that change, or like what he wanted to do, build a church, etc. I don't think he truly knew what it partake, right? But what sucks is that he doesn't have the ability to learn what it takes to work with others to get there. So, okay, this is our end goal. And there are going to be, of course, there are going to be like hard roles ahead, right? But you could tell, like, I was watching him. I was watching Dr. Umar, like maybe like 2001. There was a YouTuber that has been on him. Oh, man, I hope I don't mute my audio. My audio is not muted. Okay, it's good. So anyway, so I feel like Dr. Umar, like, I forgot the YouTuber that was always on him, right? But he had so much opportunity to like go the straight and narrow path, but it's just his personality. He had that feeling like, okay, I want to create a school, but you know what? Partake to like create a school. And there, I believe there were some celebrities that want to work with him. He didn't want to do that, so his ego got in the way. And you just kind of tell that to how he handles like personal issues, personal things matters with his family. There's a lot of ego, right? What I would have done right now if I was him, none of this stuff goes online. Don't even address your daughter online, because at the end of the day, you are not there. She only knows what her mom is telling her. So she's trying to talk to you by going on a platform that she knows you're going to listen to her. So she's a child, right? But you should respect the fact that like you were not there. Let her just take this grievance out right now, and always trying to keep the door open, like try to reach out to her offline. That's what you should have done. But again, it goes by Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know, he gets something stuck in his head and he feels like this is the right way to go because she's going to win. Just so he knows, she's going to win. She's going to get a lot of like attention on her from the situation. And at the end of the day is him not being there. And this is such a unique experience for a lot of children. Like imagine your dad, right? A lot of kids growing up in this technology age. Imagine your dad online talking about Black family and all this stuff, right? It's like some of the things that he preaches, the pro-Black rhetoric that he preached, right? But you know him, he's like, he doesn't even talk to me. He doesn't even pay child support, right? That's what the child is saying. So you could just see that contradiction, and the child is seeing that online, and the child knows the best way to get to you is online. So that's exactly what she's doing. But the way he's going right now, it's not going to work. But let's carry over.
Almost identical, same age, same city, same complexion, same birth month. Both were on birth control, stopped taking it, didn't tell me. Both had another agenda. They names even rhyme. They names even rhyme. They name, in fact, Mama Smurf, the evil vegan, and Baby Smurf, all three of their names rhyme with each other.
The evil vegan,
and Baby
That's
Smurf,
hilarious.
all three of their names rhyme. But with that being said, let's get into this.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. Again, I have to like pause it to like give commentary. I just cannot play this video. He's going to flag it, right? So I have to give some kind of commentary. So please bear with me. You know, it's business when he wrote it down. So this is going to be, ooh, let's see what Dr. Umar Johnson is going to do, man. You know, he's going to just go overboard. So let's carry forward.
I'm not trying to get clout. I'm not trying to get clout.
She's trying to communicate.
I think we already know that she was trying to get clout.
No, she's trying to
Then
communicate.
she said, I
with her
wanted
pops.
to get to know my sister.
Yes.
Baby Smurf said, I wanted to get to know my sister.
Doctor 2 times.
Baby Smurf, if you only wanted to get to know your sister, why did it take you until the age of 22 to want to get to know your sister? Why didn't you want to get to know your sister in high school? Why didn't you want to get to know your sister at 18? Why didn't you get to want to know your sister at 19? What about 20? What about 21? The truth of the matter is, Baby Smurf, this wasn't about your sister.
Yeah, I'm over this. I'm over the fact like people always ask that question, why now? Why now is because why not? Why not now? Right? If she would ask when she was 2 years old, like, why now? The question, that's not even, I don't know why. Again, that's what I mean by all this, like, there's a lot of like YouTube personalities like this, right? Always trying to like distract you. Like it's a magic trick. Hey, focus on his hands, focus on this. But the main question is that why were you not there for your daughter? You're online preaching this like pro and telling people what to do, trying to raise sons or black kids, black boys, right? But look at the example you set at your own family. I get it. People don't get along and whatever, divorce, etc., right? But that's not even what happened with this. Every child you have, it's like you were not there. You were not even present, but you were always online, and they can see you online. Says, well, at least you know where daddy is. You get what I'm saying? It's like, hey, what's your daddy doing? My daddy's a teacher, right? And he's like, and to ask Umar Johnson's daughter, what's your daddy doing? Oh, look, he's on YouTube right now. And so again, going back to like, before I go on this like around the bush, right, is it doesn't matter what time she decided to like reach out to her sister. This is the time she publicly announced it. She's probably been asking that to meet her sister months or years ago. He doesn't know that, but again, he's gonna try to distract you with other things. So keep your eye on that.
It's about you slandering me to build a platform so you can get struggle streams. And you only brought my youngest daughter into this situation. So it looked like you had a justified reason for slandering my name. That's why you did this. This wasn't about my daughter and it wasn't about me. This was about you seizing upon an opportunity to launch your struggle streamer career. I've been posting women on my social media, doing Umar voiceovers. I was just on Drewski. Episode got, 10 million views in 2 weeks?
Yeesh.
6 million views in a day? You were thirsty. And you simply used me as your stepping stone. But then,
this is bad, man. I don't know. This is bad. Social media. I'm glad I was not like my teenagers. There was no like social media, right? My teenage age, there was no like social media like we have now. Because God forbid, like my mom was on there, like do some of the things that you see online. It's like, adios míos. It's like sometimes some of the parents want to have more clout than their child, right? And the child want to have more clout than their parents. So that what he just said right now is like so, it is so sad. It's really sad coming from our parents, right? A normal person doesn't have the kind of degree that he has, not even close, right? Would tell you that's the child way of reaching for help. That's the child trying to talk to you. But he took that because of what social media have done, has rotten that part of him, right? That part of the brain. And he believes now that she's simply on social media talking about her situation. Hey, my daddy wasn't there. And my daddy's, you guys probably know my dad more than me. My dad is Dr. Umar Johnson. And he's ignoring us, but giving strangers more time than he gave me. Again, I understand that. I understand Dr. Umar Johnson is going to say, well, the mom raised her, so she fed a lot of negativity. I got that part. I really do. That's why him as a psychologist, right? It was like psychology. You know, I think it's a psychologist, right? I think he's a psychologist. I think he should probably know like what she's going through, right? And try to have a better understanding like a layman, like a normal person would, right? But again, this is something about social media that is just, it's gonna, what it's gonna do in society, right? It's just gonna create a lot of like just very unrealistic expectation. Mostly in parenting is gonna affect it. Like I think like both from like the kids to the parents. Some people are just stuck on social media. They're really stuck on that, and that's what I feel like happened to him. Even though he has all the degrees, even though he has a better understanding than I would about like how the effect of like child not being raised with a parent, right? What that would do. But look at how he's gonna react. Okay, again, Dr. Umar Johnson, if you ever come across this, I think it's very important that like you take this lesson as a learning lesson. You probably even make money, write a book about this, right? Some of the things you should not have done. So that way you can really help other parents, because it's going to happen a lot. You're going to see a lot of things like this, like parents and like the kids like literally going at him social media. You see that now, right? But it's going to become very prevalent pretty soon. And he could have handled this a lot better, because I understand he's going to say, well, the mom kind of made her, but at the same time, you don't really know her to really say that because you were not really there.
Her number, and he never responded. Everybody saw the screenshot. Everybody saw the screenshot. You text me from an email address, and I asked you, baby Smurf, why are you not texting me from your phone if this is my child who pops in and out of my life randomly, never taking me up on an invitation to meet with me? You lied to the people. You lied your ass off on that TikTok rant. You said you just want a conversation with your dad. Well, the last time you texted me, did I not invite you to go eat, have dinner? Let's meet up. The time before that, did I not invite you to meet? Let's have dinner, meet up. The time before that, did I not invite you to meet? Let's have dinner, let's meet up. Every time you've texted me over the past decade, every time you've texted me, I've asked you to see you in every...
It's been a decade? Holy sh... That's bad. It's been a decade. Damn. Yes, I did not ignore the fact that like he's basically saying this child that couldn't drive at that time, decade. I think she's 22, so probably like 10, whatever age she was at when she a decade ago, right? It's really sad. Again, this is when I guess it's in life. It's always easy for us to look at like other people's life and say, hey, like being a coach, you're gonna do this and this, right? But to look at his life and put that same lessons he's teaching people to implement it in his life, that would have been interesting, right? Because you're expecting a 10, 12-year-old child, right, to be the one to kind of come to you, right? That's your job. The older she gets, a distance, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. She knows her mom. She doesn't know you. You're like literally a stranger. Yes, you're her dad. I get that, right? But just because you got someone pregnant doesn't automatically really means that you're going to be a father, right? He definitely birthed her, but at the same time, it's like he didn't play the father role in her life. So she doesn't see him as that. That was crazy, but he was online though.
Ghost me and disappear. You stopped texting all together. I know why. Because you already told me. You remember you texted me and said my mother doesn't want me communicating with you? You remember that? You said my mother doesn't want me communicating with you.
So don't go so hard at her.
On your invitation. But why did you lie to the people and act like you've been trying to find me when you've clearly had my number for 12 years? You've been texting me since your mother pulled you out of my life at the age of 10.
Damn.
You told the people I've never been in your life. I've been in your life until the age of 10. And that's when your mother stepped up her hide and go seek agenda because family court would never punish her. And I don't care what the people got to say. I got paperwork. She was never fined. She was never threatened with a fine. She was never incarcerated. She was never threatened with incarcerated. She was never stripped of her child. She was never threatened with being stripped of her child. Family court in Philadelphia did nothing about her violating the order over and over and over and over again. And when you became 10 years old, I still remember it like it was yesterday. When you became 10 years old and you used to come to my home, I saw in your face how much you didn't want to be there. I saw in your face, and do you know?
Yeah. I kept saying on the last video I did about Dr. Umar Johnson, I wanted to go to like pick up the paperwork, right, from the court, right? Maybe I should do that, right? Kind of see what was there and just kind of see what happened, right? And just kind of make a content about that, right? But I hate the way he's going about this. I hate the way he's going about this. He should have kept this like very straightforward. Hey, sorry about your experience. I wasn't there. There's a lot of things that happened between your mom and I feel like your mom was holding you, was basically playing hide and seek with you, and I like to basically work in our relationship. That's it. Of course she's gonna like have some kind of resentment. Of course she's gonna like have this negative things when it comes to her father, right? But at the same time, it's like he has to understand that like he was not there from the age of 10. That's insane, man. Again, a normal person, I'll say, yeah, I don't know what happened, but this is Dr. Umar Johnson. He comes online and talks about the role of a man, what a man should do, and like, the snow bunnies and who black men should date, etc. But you got 2 queens pregnant, have 2 child, and you're not even there, but you're telling us what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. This is, again, so that's why I'm going to be a little more harsh than normal, but this is like a teacher who's like out there and telling you about ethics, teaching about ethics, but he has none whatsoever, right? So it's quite different. It's like, well, you're talking about this and ethics and morals, etc., but look at your lifestyle. So it's only natural people to have the kind of like judgment towards that.
People, baby Smurf, you said because he was strict. You said because he was strict. Baby Smurf, I wasn't strict. All I asked you to do was take your time and do your homework. And when I checked your homework, when your homework wasn't correct, 4th grader, and when I checked your homework and your homework wasn't correct, 4th grader, I would make you do your homework over. I would make baby Smurf correct the errors in her homework, which is what any academically inclined parent should do. You did not want to do your homework at all. You did not want to do your homework over. Your homework was sloppy. It was lazy. It was rushed through. And I could tell back then that your mother was not an academic parent.
Oh, man.
I could tell then. I knew you was not being raised right because there's no way in hell a 4th grader produces this type of homework. There's no way in hell a 4th grader has to do a homework over and over and over again. I had to make you do your homework over because you didn't want to do homework at all. You could credit your mother for that.
What? Yo, I don't want people to come here thinking like, because online there's just like angry mob of like women hating men hating women, right? There's this angry mob of that, right? So I'm trying not to stay. I try to stay in between, right? I'm not that red pill nonsense because I feel like a lot of red pill people want to like date men. At some point, it's like I see videos of like why men stop dating women. I'm like, oh well, men is now dating men. It's like I see all those titles. I see all the stuff about the red pill community, and I see a lot of angry women online and talk about why men are not this and men. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not in that. So if you watch this, don't think I'm like, I have this thing like, oh, I hate men or I hate this. No, I don't have that. I'm going to use, each situation is different that we're judging. Do you hear how ridiculous this sound? That the first memory he's talking about is like with his daughter not doing her homework at 10 years old. At 10 years, I don't want to do my homework. I still don't want to do my homework, right? But it's a 10-year-old child. And you could just see probably how aggressive, how he was, right? You could, yeah, I don't want to judge his style of parenting a little bit, but it's just for him to bring that up, it's like really sad. It's really sad. Do you know what it's like? That's the reason why I said this. Is like, do you know what it's like for her to be a single mom right? Because they probably just didn't break up. Like when she turned 10, it's probably things was building. And finally, at one point, she's like, I have enough. I had enough, right? It's like, I'm already doing this for myself. I might as well just like continue, right, until you get your stuff together, right? So the fact that like she's doing all that, she's going to work. I come back home, I'm exhausted. She's doing that, and that's why it's very important that Dr. Umar Johnson should know. That's why they needed you. So to balance it out, to say, hey, I'm tired today. Hey, you got this. Get your homework. You're good at this part. Do this. You're good at the math part. Do this. I'll take care of the English. That's you bounce it off. So don't come me or don't watch me and think, oh my God, he's, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like sound like I'm trying to like cater to a certain gender. No, I'm not. But it's just insane to hear him say that. Your daughter is crying for help, and you're talking about homework you didn't do at 10 years old, and I'm gonna blame your mom, your mother. It's like, dude, that's and you were not there. It's like when you did show up, it's like when you did show up, she's going through all that. Do you know what it's like for a child? Not kids that have like were raised with two parents, right? You know what that does to the psyche? He should know that. So him to say that and then blame the mom, now he's playing that game. Now she's gonna say blame him, right? So at this point, he should know better. If I was him, I would take the responsibility. Hey, that was my fault. That was my fault. Take the responsibility, okay? Because trust me, she's gonna blame you, and she's gonna have a better standing with your daughter than you ever will, and he has to understand that.
Can credit your mother for that. So I knew that you were going to ask your mother not to come back to my house. I knew it because you didn't want to do homework. What? We had a lot of fun. We went to the zoo. We went to the museums. I took you to New York City to the Broadway play. Anything you wanted, I bought you. We had fun, but you didn't want to do your damn homework. And with all due respect, my ancestors died so we can get an education. With all due respect. My ancestors died. I'll be damned if a child in my house think they're going to get away with not doing homework the right way. And so I knew when you went back to your mother, I might not never see you again. Because now, it was not only Mama Smurf who wanted to keep you away. Baby Smurf didn't want to come either. And I don't have to tell the parents on this live that sometimes when children can't get away with what they want to get away with, they'll just tell the other parent, I don't want to go over there no more. How many fathers know what I'm talking about? How many non-custodial mothers know what I'm talking about? How many fathers know what I'm talking about? How many non-custodial mothers know what I'm talking about when you are all about the academics and your lazy ass child is growing up in a lazy ass home where academics don't matter?
This is insane, man. This is insane. Ooh. I got reintroduced to like Dr. Umar Johnson this year after all the thing going on with his exes. But, ooh, man, how can people like, how did he survive this? How did he make it to the Breakfast Club several times? And, man, because I always thought like Dr. Umar was more like, he reminded me of like, he's like, I'm not going to say that. But I will say this, like, I can only say like, if Dr. Umar Johnson was a white male and saying some of the things he says, I think people would say he's racist. I think people will definitely say he's racist, or he subscribed to the white supremacist agenda, right? Definitely, maybe not. Yeah, if he's white, but if he's black, let's say he does subscribe to a lot of like just like anti-others, right? But just hearing some of the things he's saying now about his daughter is just like, yo, like I think he should have focused more on parenting, right? Than focus on like all those conceptual like theories, right? Because as you can see, none of it came to like fruition because he couldn't build a school.
And they so used to not doing the homework at all, so they tell the mother, I don't want to go over there no more. That's what happened. You and your mama made that decision. You were a child, so you should have had no authority in the situation. But I knew
so
that
are you
once you
blaming
told
her?
your mother I was too strict, I knew my days were numbered.
What?
See, we got through kindergarten. You see that? But we couldn't get through 4th grade. That was just too much. So you bailed out and your mother helped you bail out. And after 10 years of fighting your mother, first of all, I was in your life consistently until the age of 6 or 7. I was in your life consistently until about the age of 6 or 7. I was in your life consistently until about the age of 6 or 7. In fact, I had you more than your mother had you. I had you more than your mother had you. The first 5, 6 years of your life, I had you more than your mother had you. Oh, yes, I did. And I got all the paperwork. I had you more than she did.
Do you guys think he's ever going to release those paperwork that he's talking about? I think last time when I made a video about him, he said he was going to release some paperwork. I don't think those were ever released. But she probably had him. He probably did have her more, right? Because she probably was working. She probably was working and he was home. And that's quite be the case, right? But what does that have to do with her not doing homework? That's a child. That's how every child is like that. Like he was a perfect child. When he was 8, when he was 10 or 12, he was just like, okay, I'm coming home, mom and dad, and I'm doing my homework. Let's go. Come on. What child is like that? Come on.
But I had you more than her. I had you more than her. Okay? And when you lied and said he wouldn't drop me off, so my mom had to send the police to his house to get me. You lied and said he didn't drop me off, so my mom had to get the police to go to his house and get me. Guess what? Do you know why your mother had to bring the police to my house to come and get you? Do you want to know why your mother had to bring the police to my house? Because your mother was not at the pickup point on time. Your mother often did not show up to get you, young lady, because she didn't want to be bothered. And I didn't need her, so I simply took you back home. I didn't need her, so I simply took you back home. Let me say.
Lies. If a woman doesn't want a child, and Dr. Umar, the way he's behaving, right? The man behaves like Dr. Umar Johnson, right? She would just drop the child off somewhere. Come on. No one is falling for that, man. No one is falling for that nonsense. But this is worse than I thought, bro. He should have kept this offline. Tell ChatGPT to write him a script about how to apologize for not being in my daughter's life for 12 years. And she's now online dragging the hell out of me. ChatGPT, what do I do? Seriously, that's exactly what he should have done. Like, have a template, read it, word for word, and that's it. Because whatever he's thinking right now, it's not it. It's kind of scary. He should have said, I am a childhood psychologist or whatever title he has, and I left my daughter 12 years ago, and she's now back in my life dragging me. What do I do? I think he would have got a better results from that, because wherever he's going, whatever in his memory bank is going to like extract that information and present this. That's not it, bro. That is not it.
Show up to get you. And when a parent doesn't show up to get their child, the other parent takes the child back home. Your mother knew that if she did that too much, I could go to court and probably get full custody. So she brought the police, making it look like I never dropped you off. I was there. She wasn't there. Your mother did that several times, not picking you up and then bringing the police to my house, probably because she was out doing her. And she didn't feel like coming to get you at the agreed upon time stated on the custody paperwork. So when she decided she was ready to come get you, she would bring the police to my house and make it look like I was.
Interesting. I feel like he has a lot of animosity towards his daughter mom. He still has that, like, I don't know if it's hatred or just like resentment for her, right? But he still has something. The way he's telling the story just feels like it happened like, 2 years ago? It's been a very long time.
Let's tell the truth. You said you asked for my youngest daughter's phone number. I don't have that. We're going to talk about the evil vegan in a minute. I don't have my youngest daughter's phone number. And if I did, you wouldn't.
Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't. I'm not introducing you to my baby girl. Me and you got to get reacclimated first. And from what I've seen from you, you have no business being around my youngest daughter. You are into lifestyles I don't agree with. Your mouth is filthy. Somebody sent me a video clip of you calling your younger sister, respect to the princess. Somebody sent me a video clip of you calling your 13-year-old baby sister on your mother's side a bitch. You called that girl a bitch just because she asked you to get off the live. She said, this ain't right. This is not how you do this. You told her to get the F-U-C-K out your room. You pushed her out your room, slammed the door, and called her a B, and yet you say you're supposed to be guiding my daughter. You're supposed to be a role model for my child. You are out of your mind.
She may have done that. I don't know. She may have done that. But at the same time, it's like, what does that have to do with her trying to know her sister? That's going to be in a very, again, he could have probably made that happen, right? But what does that have to do with her trying to know her sister? So they should never, she should never meet? She should never meet her siblings? Yo, this is, can I tell you guys something? We know how people say like AI, people are afraid of AI. I'm not afraid of AI. You know, I'm not afraid of AI because a lot of human beings are very flawed, right? And when you have someone like him that have this degree he's alleged to have, right? So far, it looks like he does have a lot of those degrees he alleged he does, right? That's, some guy I used to watch years ago that he's on Dr. Umar Johnson, like still. I started watching him when he had less than 1,000 subscribers. And the guy has about 70,000 subscribers. I got to find his name of his channel, right? But he covers a lot of the stuff like with his degree, right? But I'm just very disappointed in the fact that like this is someone who's alleged like he has all his degrees, all this stuff, right? He's the way he speaks, the way he likes, again, what he's trying to do with the school, that's very noble, right? But look how flawed he is. When you start to see how he talks about his child and the fact that he was not a father, right? Look how flawed logic he has and how sad that is. You can start to like see a little bit of like his thinking is not okay, right? And the reason why I talk about the AI stuff is like, I would not mind an AI to compile a lot of like data on like how to do certain things. Like I go to the person and talk to the person. Imagine I'm talking to someone like Dr. Umar Johnson, right? Let's say you woman talking to Dr. Umar Johnson. You're like, hey, I did this. My husband, you know what I'm saying? He's not doing this, whatever. Because Dr. Umar is going to say, no, you're going to stay. At least with the AI, it's not going to be, you're not going to have that human biases. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? You're not going to have some of those human things about like, they don't really preach what to practice. And sometimes when you look at that, like imagine that's your psychologist right there. But look at his life. I'm like, he's blaming his child, his 12-year-old child for not being there. I just don't want to get the milk. And he's blaming her like, yeah, you didn't send me the GPS on the way home, so I left. And I saw you back. I'm not sorry for laughing, but it's just like, he might as well say that at this point. At least with the AI, you're not gonna have that human aspect of it, like just that flawed logic sometimes that we have, right? Because this is really sad. This makes him look really bad. Makes him look really bad.
That is no role model at all. Calling little sisters bees, telling them to get the F out your room. You're no type of role model. You will not be around my child until you show yourself able and respectable and responsible enough to be around my child. Let's continue. You said, I'm 22. My dad has never been to any parties or graduations. Yeah. I'm 22. My dad has never been to any parties or graduations. He has never been in my life. Excuse me? He has never been in my life. Excuse me? I've been in your life until the age of 10. When you got tired of doing homework and told your mother not to send you over there again. You got tired of doing homework and told...
I'm going to change the title of the video. I'm sorry for laughing. I'm going to change the title of the video. Dr. Umar Johnson left his daughter at the age of 10 because she wouldn't do homework. That's absurd, man. Oh, that's absurd. That's really so, man. Oh, I'm gonna change the title of this video if I remember, right? If I remember it, because I gotta do some few things to it. Cut out the beginning part and then start in again if I have the time. But like, this is. Oh man. Poor Dr. Umar Johnson, man. He needs help, man.
And when I went to your school to pick you up and you wasn't there twice in a row, when I went to your school to pick you up and you wasn't there twice in a row, that was it for me.
Oh, no.
That was it for me. Oh, no. Family court in 10 years, family court failed to issue any type.
What? You should have gave her 3 strikes. That's it. If I go to my daughter's school, she doesn't show up 3 times, I said I'm done. That's insane. That's insane. What? Oh my God. This is online. There was a movie that I used to watch when I was a kid, right? I think it's Gattaca, I believe. The main premise of the movie, synopsis is basically in the future, before a certain job, it's based on DNA. I think before you have kids too, I believe. we have certain kids based on like DNA, right? All this tests and everything, right? I feel like sometimes they need to implement some of that. Before you have kids, right? Some kind of logical reasoning test or something, right? And one of them should be if your child, right, is late for pickup more than two times, right? A, do you leave the child alone and say, I'm gonna see you when you turn 21? Or do you continue to be a dad and do what you have to do? Like, you get what I'm saying? If anyone answered that first one as A, they should not be allowed to have children. I know I'm just playing, right? I'm just kidding, because then you're gonna go to like, whoa, who should govern that, right? I'm just playing, right? But this is really sad though. That's what I'm saying. The logic. This is the logic he has about my child did not. Let's play this again. Let's continue. My child did not show up. Was tardy for like pickup, and I left the child.
For constantly and repeatedly violating the family court order. 10 years I fought. I got nothing. So at that point, I said, this is a waste of your time. What is the definition of ignorance? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again.
I'm telling my kids
the same thing over and over again.
I'm telling my kids this.
A different result.
If you don't, no, I'm not doing that.
For 10 years, I did the same thing over and over again, expecting to get a different result.
You picked her.
I did the same thing over and over again for 10 years, expecting to get a different result, and I didn't.
You picked her.
And at the age of 10, that's when I decided nothing more is going to come out of this. You have fought this with lawyers and without lawyers. You have fought this with attorneys and without attorneys, and I got nowhere. And that's when I said, I hope that maybe one day her mother will either come to her senses and we work this out, or I'll see her when she grows up. I did my part. Your mother is the reason I wasn't in your life after the age of 10. And clearly, you needed me. I think everybody who has watched you make a fool of yourself on the internet, I think everybody knows that you clearly needed your father. You're not in school. You're not in trade school. You're not in real estate school. You're not in college. You're not doing anything with yourself right now. You're about to be 23 in a couple weeks. At 23, I was beginning my first master's program at Millersville University, having already earned 2 bachelor's degrees. At 23, I was beginning my first master's program at Millersville University, having already earned 2 bachelor's degrees. That's what I was doing at 23.
I don't know. Leave in a comment. Did Umar Johnson have his mom and dad while he was growing up? Just curious about that. Yeah, this is...
Met your mother shortly thereafter. In fact, she was the age you're about to be when we started dating, 23. Your mother was the age you are about to be. Well, let me take that back. She was 21. I was 23. She was 23 when you were conceived. But you are around the age your mother was when she started her shenanigans. You are around the age your mother was when she started her shenanigans. I'm disappointed in her and I'm disappointed in you. But I want to say this to you because I love you as a father. You are my baby and I love you. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that your father.
I feel like in the US, we throw the word like love so easy. So it takes the meaning from it, right? How can you say you love me as a father? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I need to be very... Life is weird. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are some women that like literally do everything possible for you not to see the child, right? But so far, I feel if that was the case in this situation, Dr. Umar Johnson would have released the paperwork to show like this is what he did, and this the child's mother was basically doing everything in her power not to like make him see his daughter, right? I don't think this is the case, right? I feel like saying you love a child that you literally, she did not act to be conceived. She did not no part of that. She came to this world. I get it. People do not work out. Get that part, right? You can't force someone to like continue something that is maybe dangerous for them, right? But the idea, this is really sad. It just apparently if this maybe he needed 2 master's degrees to kind of understand like common sense, right? Anyway, I want to carry forward. I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, but if I catch my train of thoughts again, I'm gonna continue.
And I'm considering this being April. Next month is next month, May. Your birthday is next month. I want to take you out to dinner. Let's go to dinner for your birthday. And I don't want to talk about this, and I don't want to talk about your mom, and I don't want to talk about the past.
Do you know what they should do? Do you know what they should do? I recommend it to one other YouTuber. I think because Dr. Umar Johnson is all about you. It's all about YouTube. I feel like, again, there's this weird thing. I see this all the time. People will have literally 100 subscribers, right? Or 1,000 subscribers, and they feel like they're better than everyone, right? Or they get this high from it, right? I think what happened in this situation, Dr. Umar is probably stuck on social media. That's where his world really revolves around. I think him and his daughter, believe it or not, to make sure she's able to like speak, maybe they should film the interaction. I know it sounds crazy. Yes, in a real life situation, yes, the idea of having a camera with my daughter, right? My daughter is gonna sound absurd, right? But in this situation, I feel like Dr. Umar is so stuck on like the internet and stuff like social media. Maybe people are gonna learn from this. Let's let them have a show where they have a therapist, not him, come in there and really make him understand what happened, so she can get a chance to speak. Because I think that way he's gonna get the clout that he needs, because he's stuck on that. He's literally stuck. Because I've seen that people get 1,000 subscribers and all of a sudden they feel like they're special, right? So I feel like Dr. Umar Johnson lives on the internet. This is his life now. So having a show about him trying to heal with his daughter, I will watch that. I really will watch that, and I want to see what the psychologist, right, would have to say. Because yeah, he needs some kind of intervention, because his way of thinking is very flawed as a father.
Because we haven't had dinner since you sat at my kitchen table at the age of 10. 12 years, you have not had dinner with me in 12 years. Let's have a daddy-daughter dinner for your 23rd birthday.
Jeez.
Let's have a daddy-daughter dinner for your 23rd birthday. Let's have a daddy-daughter dinner for your 23rd birthday. Now, your mother might not want you going to dinner with.
I don't know why I find it very funny, but I always find when Dr. Umar Johnson like repeats himself, I always find it very like hilarious. Let's have a daddy-daughter birthday for your 23rd, whatever, right? Whatever he said, right? I always find it very hilarious. Doctor 2 times, a lot of times you go 3 times. 4 times, oh man, he really wants you to memorize that.
She might not. So if you have to sneak and do it, we can sneak and do it. What she don't know can't hurt. It's a shame that a man she willingly got pregnant by can't take his daughter to dinner. It's a shame that a man she intentionally got pregnant by can't take his daughter to dinner. But be that as it may, if we need to keep it confidential, we can keep it confidential. I do not live my personal life on social media. I'm only doing this because you took it there. I'm only doing this because you took it there. I'm only doing this because you took it there. First of all, graduations. If I'm not mistaken, I was at your kindergarten graduation. I was there. I was at your kindergarten graduation. I gave you your first birthday party. I still have the DVD, not the DVD. I got the VCR tape. I can get it switched over to DVD for you. I still have the tape of your first birthday party. I still have the cakes. I kept your face. I still got the bowls. I kept a lot of memorabilia from you, because since I couldn't have you in my life, I needed to keep something of you close to me. I still have it all. If I'm not mistaken, I used to bring the cake and ice cream to the preschool and to the daycare. I was around, baby Smurf. What do you mean I've never been there? And if you know I wasn't at your middle school graduation because you didn't send me an invitation. You know I wasn't at your high school graduation. You didn't send me an invitation. So why are you acting like you don't know why I wasn't there? Neither you nor your mother sent me an invitation to anything, and you had my number because you were texting me. You were not thinking about me. Why didn't you crash out in high school? I would have loved you to do this.
I don't think that Umar Johnson realized that she's afraid of him. Even though her personality, you may see like, yeah, she's a lot more, she's very outspoken, very opinionated, right? To a certain degree, right? I still don't, he doesn't really understand, like, she still has that, like, probably instinctive, like, fear of him, right? And him not being there, she doesn't really know this person. Yeah, she knows that, like, that's my dad, but to really know him, right, understand him, she doesn't do that. She doesn't know that. Probably some strangers that donated money to him probably knows him a lot more than she probably does. And I don't think he understands that. That's kind of like, that's the scary part. That's this very scary part, is like, this is someone who's supposed to help other people. He's supposed to build this black schools and black boys, and we're gonna teach all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like your home. Look at that. He's not able to like have that same value, same teaching, the principles at his home, and it's scary.
School, I would have said great. When is the next parent-teacher conference? I would have said great. When is the next back-to-school conference? I would have said great. When's the graduation? When's the prom? I'm paying for everything. Why didn't you crash out in high school? You know why you didn't crash out in high school? If you say something stupid, I'm going to block you. Nobody gave up, and nobody is lacking accountability. If you say something stupid, I'm going to block you.
Yes.
Nobody gave up. Nobody is lacking accountability. Say something stupid, I'm going to block you.
Accountability. No accountability.
So,
I feel bad for his daughter. I really do.
with that being said, I was at parties and I was at a graduation. You can't go where you don't know to be. So to say I wasn't at your graduations when you know your mother is the reason and you didn't bother to send me the invitation, you had my phone number. Why you didn't invite me to your graduation? We already know the answer. Your mother didn't want me there. Stop lying. That whole rant of yours was filled with lies. Let me continue. I'm not making this video to bash him, but to state facts. You stated lies. You didn't state any facts. And then you called me out my name multiple times. You called me out of my name with curse words multiple times. Little girl. Little girl. Please know when we meet up, don't you try to talk to me the way you talk to me on social media. You will be disappointed. Please get a hold of yourself. I don't know what you and your mom got going on over there, but I'm telling you right now, you will not disrespect me.
This is one thing about parents, people the parents that was not there. They have this thing, this like automatic respect. I don't know where in society that started. Do you know what I actually feel like what happened is that in society, there's a lot of parents that were there, right? Either it doesn't matter, they split, they were there, right? So what happens is that some kids behave badly, and the parents like instill and like, I guess create this wave of like, it doesn't matter if we're there or not, you're still gonna respect me, right? But what happens is that they have people that was never there. I'm not talking about people like was in jail, right? They have people in jail that looks like they probably have better connection with their child than Umar Johnson out on YouTube telling black boys how to behave. All this stuff I'm telling you, the whole thing to me, I've always thought about this. We've always said this before. It looks like a lot of people like Umar Johnson, they don't really come online. Like they come online to have someone adore them, right? But a lot of times, what people don't realize is they just want access to women. They just want access to women, right? They don't care about the after part. Like there's a guy, what's his name? There's a guy, this big guy, right? He used to like almost had 1 million subscribers. He was talking about how like men or women should look for this key sign about man and all that stuff, right? What is it? It's not with a D, right? Come to find out he's a fraud, right? I watched him before he was exposed. 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh, this guy's lying. This is some bullshit. I'm like, this guy is literally doing this YouTube channel to have access to women. I swear, 5 minutes in, I kind of saw that, right? And I think Dr. Umar Johnson is doing the exact same thing. Because the school's never going to be built. I feel like he's literally using his power somewhere down the line. He got stuck in the high school age, right? It's like high school only focuses on women, or if you're studying, whatever the case may be, right? You got to grow up. There's more to life than that. A lot more to life than that, because if you want that, just like he got, guess what? That comes with also responsibility. And the responsibility part, no. I think he's literally just got stuck in the age where he's literally just trying to like, and maybe women probably didn't, maybe he couldn't get women back in the day. So he's stuck in that. So he's using his platform literally to get access to women. And that's how I always kind of see people like him and some individuals too, right? It's just literally they're using his platform to get access to women. And it works. Because I don't know how people can fall for all that nonsense he says.
In my whole life, I've never called my mother or father out of their name. You got one time to call me out of my name.
Sorry, I went on a tangent. All right. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, how can you not be a father? Just they have people in jail that the kids respect more than like someone like him that he was not even there. He's like, you're gonna automatically respect me. Yeah, I get that, right? You should respect me as a human being, but at the same time, you as a dad, nah, Joe, you have to earn that, and he has to be very careful, man. He has to be very careful. He didn't raise her. So you demanding all this respect, coming in so aggressive. you didn't raise her, so so you don't know who you're dealing with. So he has to be very like careful about like being aggressive, and also just coming from that way, that mindset of like, you're gonna automatically respect me. Respect is earned. Okay, if you in your children's life, they automatically build that in. But if you were not there for 12 years, and it's not jail, and you were online, respect is out the window. If that was me, I would have said, go F yourself.
I promise you, you won't do it again. You can do it on the internet all you want. It will not be accepted face to face. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it right there. Then you said, you reached out to me. You reached out to me from an email. I asked you to text me from a number. You text me from 2 different numbers. So I knew you were playing on my phone. Either you or somebody else. So I stopped texting you. I'm not a child. You don't play games with me. You don't keep texting me from different numbers. I don't play them games. And because I didn't play your game, in less than 48 hours, you went to the internet. Because I didn't play your game, in less than 48 hours, you went to the internet. You was going to the internet anyway. You just needed an excuse. You were going to the internet anyway, but you needed a story to make it look like you wasn't an opportunist. You didn't want people to think you were shopping for clout. I want to meet my sister. You didn't want to meet her in high school. You didn't want to meet her on your 18th birthday. You didn't want to meet her when you was 21, but you just woke up a couple.
Again, he was not there for 12 years. So he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. Oh, damn, man. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing. This is insane. This is why I mean by he's using his platform to try to get access to women, because a grown man, the way he's approaching this, I get it. Like, a stranger, if he's beefing with someone, I get that part. But for your child, nah, we're not doing this online. Chill. We're not doing this online. We're not doing this online. If that was me, we're not doing this online. Whatever happens, I'm sorry. We're going to get help to go through this together. You know what I'm saying? If I can't afford to get help, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this offline. I'm sorry. Whatever she says is correct. I have to talk to my child. There's a lot of things she needs to understand, because Dr. Umar is probably right about certain things about the mom trying to hide the child, right? But whatever he's doing right now is not going to work. That's not going to work, because that's literally showing to the child, his daughter, that, you see, whatever my mommy said was correct. Because how is he talking to her? And no self like accountability whatsoever.
And said, I want to meet my other sister. While you call your sister Bees. Call that little girl a bitch. You going to be a role model for who now? You going to be a role model for who now? And then she says, I don't want anything out of you, just a conversation. Yeah. We could have had a conversation for 12 years. I invited you to a conversation every time we text or spoke. I invited you to meet, and you never followed through. How dare you lie on me like that? I just want a conversation. Why we didn't have the conversation when you texted me and said you was at Philadelphia radio, Word 900 AM. You said, Dad, I was at the radio station today. You remember that? About a year or two ago, you said, Dad, I was at the radio station. I said, when can I see you? When can I see you? And like always, you ghost, and you just want a conversation. You are a liar. You did not want a conversation. You could have had a conversation. Stop lying. And then she said, you should never be too busy for your daughter.
I agree.
When have I ever been too busy for you?
12 years.
When have I ever been too busy for you? You should never be too busy for your daughter. When have I ever been too busy for you? And that takes me to the evil vegan. Because the evil vegan.
Sorry for laughing, but just calling someone an evil vegan. It's like an evil vegan. Why are you making something so positive, so negative? Oh, man. Yo, I know there's more than 2 child, man. I know. And I feel like it's going to be a series going on with me and Dr. Umar. Every year is going to be a new baby mama. He's going to be like, same thing. Same thing. Oh, guys, I made a same mistake again. It's like seriously, man. Again, it's like, why are people talking about this? It's very important, because this is a man who wanted to build a school for like boys and talking about all this morals and values and what's lacking in society, and like the white bunnies are bad, but you get what I'm saying? But could not even be a father for his own child. 2 of them that we know of. 2 of them that we know of. right? It's just, I can come right here and, oh man, it's so, to finish my thought, I can come right here and say all this nonsense, right? But if my child comes out and say, well, he's preaching about, let's say I come over here and talk about, it's very important, right? To like, I don't know, to go to church every Sunday, and how you, if you don't go to church every Sunday, and how this is evil and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I do that, and every Sunday, imagine someone record me, every Sunday he's doing that. He's in a club. Every Sunday he's in a club the whole time. Before he goes to the club, he makes the video, the YouTube video, and he goes right to the club and party and drink. You're gonna look at me like, what the hell, like a hypocrite, right? That's how it's being seen right now. But I don't think he gets that, and that's what I mean by some people, like some parents that get stuck in this social media ways, like trying to like get fame, right? For his situation, this is my assertion, right? Does definitely just want access to women, right? But there's no, like, he doesn't do the responsibility to follow through, right? It's like, I don't know. It's just really, really, really sad. I've never, and it's so weird to watch him, right? Zero accountability whatsoever, right? And blaming a 10, 12-year-old child for like, of him being absent from her life as a father figure,
Years ago.
a father, anything.
Baby mama number 2, the evil vegan, put a post up, and we're going to get to her in a minute. And she said, he doesn't see his daughter, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said, because somebody said it to me, it was on her Facebook, I think, and she said, he doesn't see his daughter because he's too busy running around the world saving black people, something like that. And then she said, he has failed to keep his appointments with his daughter. Baby mom number 2, evil vegan. When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? Baby mom number 2, evil vegan. When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? So you've been lying just like Mama Smurf. Both of y'all been lying to the world, telling them I don't want to be bothered because you don't want to tell the truth. He didn't marry me, so I didn't want him around. You will be with both of us, or you will be.
You know what he's giving me the vibe of? The vibe of young Pharaoh. He's giving me that vibe of young Pharaoh. That they come online, talk about the pro-black stuff, and you know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, they live in a double lifestyle. Right? I'm surprised this wasn't exposed last year. Last year was the year of the truth, right? I'm really surprised she didn't come out last year. So he's very lucky. Last year would have been worse. I think people would have taken it more worse, right? But yeah, and again, this is one thing about YouTube. It doesn't matter what they say. They can give evidence of him that actually never ever like trying to reach out for her, right? He's not going to lose one subscriber. He's not going to lose one true supporter. They don't care. They don't care at all. At all. They don't care. Because they believe that, like, well, what he's trying to do is bigger than him. But what they don't realize is the fact, like, if that's how he treats his kids, how is he going to treat yours? Think he cares about other people's children? That should be an example. How is he going to treat yours? Yeah. So it's never going to happen. So it's just a pipe dream that he's going to keep selling about building a school and really trying to enforce, like, what he's preached about. Because look, he had his personal life to live that kind of like that example, be that leader in his family. It doesn't matter if she's moving on, right? Be that example. You should use that as an example. Like, hey, look, yes, even though I have 2 children, not with the mom anymore, right? Basically, make them part of the statistics, right? Guess what? I'm still being that leader. I'm still doing this. Look at my daughter's grade. Look at my child, like, boast by that. But he can't even do that. It's all about him, what he did.
Mama Smurf said, you will be with both of us, or you will be with neither one of us. And then baby Smurf says, my mama didn't want to marry you. Tell your mom to swear on the Bible. Baby Smurf, go get the Bible. Go get your Bible. And tell your mother to put her hand on that Bible. Tell your mother to put her hand on that Bible. And tell her to swear that she never told your father you will be with both of us or neither one of us. Tell her to take it to the Bible. Your mother is a Christian. Tell her to swear on the Bible.
She probably said it one time when she was mad. Maybe. I don't know. I don't, it's funny. I think I need to subscribe to her, right? Yeah, she probably said that one time. What does that have to do with a daughter? What does that have to do with like him continuing on, right? Even when again, I understand that's an uphill battle he's gonna have to go through, right? What is it still like? But you can tell the way he's sounding today that he literally blamed his daughter for him not being there. God damn, that thing really shocked me. Right? So she probably said it when she was mad. She probably said it, yes. He was making promises that probably wasn't kept. I get it, right? But trust me, she'd rather have two people there than one. I promise you that. Because Umar Johnson is not who he is like when she gave birth to her daughter, right? He was not that person. So it's not like she's trying to literally trap him and say, hey, she count his pockets and say, hey, you got this, and this. So guess what? I'm trying to get like a guaranteed income for the rest of my life for 18 years, right? That's not what happened. He was not like this at all, right? So I'm pretty sure at that point of her even professional life, right? She had work to go to. She had to make sure the child is taken care of. I'm pretty sure she needed help. Guarantee she needed help. And yes, when she said certain things when she was mad, but I guarantee at the end of the day, she probably came to her senses and said, you know what? I need help, so let's try to make this work. Meaning, not relationship, but making sure you can see your daughter and be part of your daughter's life. Okay?
Both of us, or neither one of us. And then, you said, when I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? Baby
That's
Smurf,
2 times.
if you are marrying a man that I approve of, I will walk you down the aisle if you would like.
That's what the shit I've been talking about. That's what I've been talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. You were not there. That's what I've been talking about. That's what I mean by like somewhere down the line, what happens like families wasn't getting along. So even though the man was not there, there were children were being thought like, yes, you have to still respect both of them. I got that part, right? You still respected that even though he's not there. But you're not going to not be there, help raise me. Don't even care where I was. I could have been on a ditch somewhere. You're not going to not be there. Don't even care if I'm eating. And you're going to tell me, oh, idiot. Hey, you have the African side coming out of me right now. Idiot. That's what happened in society. They would tell the child, yes, that's your dad, so you must do this. But F that. My dad was not even didn't even care about me, right? I'm saying that in her perspective, right? Didn't care about me, so why would I care? And he's now saying it's a man that I approve of. Idiot.
A man. I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with that at all, but I love you as my child. It will not affect our relationship, but do not ever ask me to co-sign or support something that I am vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman. Let me say that one more time. I will not walk.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, Dr. Umar Johnson, I'm telling you, if you guys want to have a good show, I can produce this. I really mean this. I have a bunch of camera. Like, I'm actually thinking about getting a new cinema camera, right? I can really produce this. You could tell, even though this is a very serious situation, Dr. Umar's like, I need something for the clicks and views. I need something for the clicks and views. Like, what does that have to do with you not being there for your daughter to for 12 years of her life, right? It's like, well, now that you're dating, you know what I'm saying? You were not even there. Let's build the relationship first. You should build that up first. But he's talking about some other nonsense, right? So again, that's what I'm saying. His used to mindset is kicking in. It's like, well, if we're gonna do this, I gotta make sure I have something like for the sound bites. He's talking about if you married a woman, I'm not gonna be there, bro. You were not there. Oh man, this is sad. This is sad, man. I feel bad for her. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but if I don't, for me, it's an entertainment. I'm sorry because that's why I'm laughing. I'm just like, how can someone even think that this with this kind of logic, right? But I feel bad for her because this is real to her. Like what he's saying is real, right? The flawed logic is real. That's her dad that's supposed to be like, if that's her dad that has a PhD, right? And what 90 something percent of black men don't even have that, or 99% of black men don't even have that, right? What are her pickings? Where's the logic of the rest that is available? If that's the PhD holder that have that kind of logic, right? 99 point us, right? They don't have that. Like she's in for it. She's really in for it. The fact, like, hey, the child was tardy to be picked up twice. You know, he's like, no, I'm done. I don't play tardiness. I'm out of here. See you when you turn 21. Oh no, in this case, like, hey, see you whenever. This is really sad.
Woman, nor will your wife be allowed in my house. You will be allowed in my house. Your wife will not, because I do not support that lifestyle. I love all African people. I love you as my child. I love all African people. I love you as my child, but I will not co-sign that. Mama Smurf, I can't believe you let our daughter get caught up in that.
I'm telling you, sound bites, man. I'm telling you, it's sound bite. He needed something to throw the fact that, like, hey, this guy, he probably thought about some of the things he said, like, well, I kind of left my child when they were 10 years old, right? And I sound really insane. He probably reading, oh my God, zero accountability. He's like, no. So let's spice this up. Guess what? Because you're part of the rainbow, your wife is not allowed in my house. It's like, what? So he needed a new soundbite. He needed something to keep the people distracted, right? That's why he's saying this, right? It's like Donald Trump. He does this all the time. He, like, things are going, like, some kind of, like, investigation is going on. He's going to, like, throw out some crazy mumbo jumbo stuff. Like, he's going to run for the president for the 10th times. You get what I'm saying? Just to distract you. He's a magician. He's trying to trick you.
Cannot believe you allowed our daughter to get caught up in this nonsense. You should have gave me my baby. I'm talking to Mama Smurf. When you knew you ran out of energy raising our child, when you knew you didn't want to raise her anymore because I wasn't going to marry you, you should have gave her to me. You know why you didn't give her to me? You know why you didn't give baby Smurf to her father? You didn't give baby Smurf to her father because your hatred for me was greater than your love for your daughter. Your hatred for me was greater than your love for your daughter. You should have given me my baby once you realized you no longer wanted to raise her. But your hate for me was greater than your love for our child. And that is why we are where we are. Young black men, please learn from our mistakes. Young black men, please learn from our mistakes. There are women out here who will get pregnant by you on purpose, thinking they're going to become the wife. And when they don't, they will ostracize you from your child. It happened to me twice. And we're going to talk about the second one in depth in a minute. It happened to me twice. Both of my daughter's mothers wanted to be married. And when I would not do it automatically, shotgun style. Shotgun. They wanted a shotgun marriage. And when I did not do it, they ostracized me from my child. Brothers, wrap up the Shango State. No more broken homes. No more broken homes. I apologize to my race. I apologize to my elders. I apologize to my supporters. But I want to be clear. No man should be blamed alone for a broken home, because women do as much breaking of homes as men do. Can I get an ashe from our unapologetically African anti-snow bunny brothers? Women break up homes as much as men do. I'm going to say it again. Women break up homes as much as men do. Let me say it again. Women break up homes as much as men do.
This is... Yo, he's pulling all bags. He's pulling all tricks. He's pulling all tricks of the trade, man. All tricks of the trade. The fact that he was not there, he's blaming the mom. Okay, maybe she said something when she was mad. I got that part right. But you could tell now the daughter's crying for help. He's like still like playing those games. And now what he simply told men, because again, this is a guy trying to have a school, right? Instead of saying, go with intention, have an intention. If you're going to try to like get her pregnant, you better be willing to marry her, because that's a life you're going to raise. That's someone who's going to spend the rest of your life with, right? But that's not what he's doing. His daughter's in for trouble, man. His daughter is in because I do believe he may try to play that little like for throw some stuff for like on YouTube, like say face, right? Because when he realized that, maybe a lot of people are gonna put maybe this is what it's gonna take. Some people realize that yeah, he's full of it. He is full of it. He's not building a school, right? And if you look at his home, he's not really doing anything. He's living a bachelor lifestyle with the money. Again, this is my assertion, okay? I'm not saying he's doing that. This is my assertion. He's living a bachelor lifestyle, and all the stuff he's preaching is just a hypocrisy on his part, right? But how can anyone take him seriously? I get it, right? Things don't work out. That's life. That's how it is. We human beings. You may think you know someone, you probably don't know someone, or things happen, right? But at the same time, this is someone who's like supposed to know better, right? By his teachings and preaching, right? But he just realized that he's just another one of the con men. Again, I'm alleging that, right?
Didn't say they got pregnant by themselves. That's why you just got blocked. Nobody said anything about them getting pregnant alone. And guess what? I wanted my children. I was happy when Mama Smurf told me she was pregnant. I was happy when Mama Smurf told me she was pregnant. Mama Smurf, you remember when you came to my apartment? It was the end of my school psychologist internship with the School District of Philadelphia, 2001.
Oh my
It was the end of my school psychologist internship with the School District of Philadelphia, 2001.
What?
Mama Smurf said, I got to come talk to you. Mama Smurf came to my house. I said, what's up, Mama Smurf? She said, I'm pregnant. I said, what do you want to do? She said, I'm open. I can keep it. I cannot keep it. I'm kind of open. I said, listen, I'm ready to have a child if you're ready to have a child. I said, I'm ready to have a child if you're ready to have a child. This is what I told Mama Smurf in my house. I'm ready to have a child if you're ready to have a child. But I said this to Mama Smurf. I said, but I want to say this to you. This baby doesn't automatically make us a family, but I would love to explore that with you. This baby doesn't automatically make us a family, but I want to explore that with you. And I also want to say this.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget too, he did this again. And the second child, he did the same thing again. She got pregnant, and they said, no, we're not going to get married. I get it. I really understand. But at the same time, it's just, this is someone who proclaims, right, to have this knowledge that's saying this.
If you are not going to use it as a weapon against me, if you are going to take me to child support, if you are going to keep my children away from me, I don't want the child. I told her. I looked her in her face. If you are going to run around and play games with my baby, if you are going to put me in child support, if you are going to keep me from my child, I don't want.
Oh, hell no. What? What do you think that's? Oh, my God. She told you she's pregnant. He's like, nah, listen. What? So Umar Johnson has been like this, though. Oh, man. Can you imagine, like, the mother of his child, like, watching him online, and she's like, that guy's full of it. He's like, can you imagine? And he's in your face, like he's on the internet, and she can literally just find him anytime. But guess what? He's not gonna pick up the phone. He's not gonna do all that stuff. He's like, hey, I'm gonna help black boys. But she's like, hey, I got to chat with you. I need help. He's like, nah, don't worry about that. I'm more helping black boys. We're not worried about black girls right now. It's like, what the? Okay, sorry I'm saying it that way, but that's kind of like what he's given. He's like, nah, we're not worried about black girls. We're worried about black boys. Because the mother of his child is like, she's, again, need help. Children is very hard to raise, man. It's not easy. But he's online partying.
Don't. We can co-parent. Let's do this. And she said, as long as you take care of your baby, I will never take you to child support. She lied to my face.
Yeah.
You lied to my face, Mama Smurf. You remember that first conversation? You said, as long as you take care of your child, I will not take you to child support. I will not keep you from your baby. And that's exactly what the hell you did. You lied to my face. You knew the whole time you was not going to let me be in my daughter's life. You knew the whole time you was going to take me to child support. She looked me in my face and said, as long as you take care of your baby, I will not take you to child support. I will not keep you from your child.
I I remember there was a popular, was it called, video vixen girl. She said, what's her name? Amber Rose. Amber Rose said she stopped being feminist because she realized that some women do trap men, right? Like, and she realized that she saw some dark side of women, right? I'm almost certain, 100% guarantee that was not the case for Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm almost certain that she didn't trap him. I'm almost certain. This is not the Dr. Umar Johnson that we know now. This is someone from 2001. He probably preaching that like stuff back there. He probably had that charisma back there. He's like, yeah, so listen, so when we do this, I'm telling you, we're gonna get married, we're gonna go to Africa, we're gonna go to cruise, forget going around Europe for a month, we're going to Africa for a month. We about to build a canoe, we about to do this. You know he was spitting that game. But as soon as the baby comes in, the thing with game is that, you know what I'm saying, he got to spit the game to the next girl. And that's what he's doing online too, allegedly. I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying I have evidence of that, right? But that's my personal opinion. That's what a lot of them are doing, right? It's a platform to kind of meet women, right? Because the idea that like some of the things he's saying just makes zero sense. Like, because you think, yes, some women do trap men. I get that part. But do you really think in 2001 she was trying to trap Dr. Umar Johnson? You really think so? No YouTube, nothing. Google was not even 2001. When was Google? I think Google was 2006. No MySpace. No, yeah, 2001 was like what? MSN, Messenger? Come on, bro. What? He was a preaching at that time? Come on, man. She didn't trap you. Grand Rising. Charles says Grand Rising. Aloha. How are you doing?
And she did both. I'm going to tell you like this. And I don't care who don't like it, because I'm not here for y'all. I'm not here for y'all. I'm here to clear the air for my supporters, because I think the people who have stood by me these 10 years have a right to know the truth. That's the only reason why I'm going live. I could give a damn about a struggle streamer. I couldn't care less about a struggle streamer. I was not a doctor. I wasn't a doctor when either child was conceived, but I was a certified school psychologist. I was not a doctor when either child was conceived, but I was a certified school psychologist. I was not a doctor when either child was conceived, but I was a certified school psychologist.
So I think Dr. Umar is trying to give he's trying to say basically he had something going on, and she probably try to trap him. You know, we're not again, it's a school psychologist. How much were they making? So they make it sound like he if it's someone, let's say someone like I don't know, maybe Dr. Umar Johnson went to Brazil, right? As he was partying from school break and got someone pregnant, and she's like, oh, you're American, I get that part, right? But she was in the same school. She had her mom and dad, they're probably helping her and everything. I'm pretty sure she took this as a very serious thing, and he didn't have the Dr. Umar Johnson of a school psychologist that's gonna make us millions of dollars. We're gonna drive a Rari. The way he's giving is I was a school psychologist, so probably was trying to trap me. No, Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't think a school psychologist at 2001 was probably clearing let me guess, probably 36, 34. Even starting is probably 2001. You're looking at maybe starting was 26. You were not a doctor, like a foot doctor or medical doctor. Come on. If it was a medical doctor, I was okay. Maybe he felt like she trapped him, right? But a school psychologist was not making six figures, sir, in 2001.
I am wrong for impregnating the mothers of my children, not being married to them. Okay. I was wrong for impregnating the mothers of my daughters without being married. I am not wrong for not marrying them. I do not regret at all, and I don't care who don't like it. I do not regret at all not marrying those two women. Absolutely no one regret. Cares. They did not deserve it with what they did to me.
That's not what is in question.
Ostracize my children from their daughters. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. So, baby Smurf, if you are marrying a man, I will walk you down the aisle. If you are not, I won't. Oh, God. And then you said, my name is not on your birth certificate because when she had me, he left. Another lie.
Oh, my God.
Another lie. His name is not on my birth certificate because when she had me, he left. First of all, I don't know what birth certificate you looking at, but the ones I got have my name on it.
The way he's going, they're gonna end up in Tasha K. Oh man, whatever he has going on right now, when Tasha K get a hold of his ex-wife, I mean his ex-baby mama, it's not ex-wife because he let us know. I'm sorry, he said it a few times too. Maybe it's my learned disability that he picked the fact that he said it more than once, more than twice, probably more than 4 times because he missed it 2 times, right? So he definitely did not marry them, right? So my apologies for that, right? But the way he's going, I don't know if this is going to be a story. This is going to be a very good interview if Tasha K picked this up. Very good interview because he is saying a lot of things that she may have receipt for, and this is going to make him look really bad. Dr. Umar Johnson has been going to the Breakfast Club for years, right? Several times. And some of the things he alleged, like, of course, he realized how to catch attention, right? That's why he's talking about, hey, if my daughter's LGBT, I'm not going to walk her down the hallway, down the hall, right? When she gets mad, who cares about that, right? But the fact that, like, she's alleging that he left as soon as he birthed his first child, and now, like, if she has a receipt for that, oh man, it's gonna make him look like a piece of shit.
Looking at that little girl, but the ones I have my name on it. I don't know what birth certificates you looking at, baby Smurf, but my birth certificates that I have of you have your name, have my name on it. So I don't know what your mother talking about. My birth certificates have my name on it. Now, let me tell you what happened. And I've already told this story in Sweden, but I'll tell you again. Your mother called me to the hospital late at night. She says, you got to sign the birth certificate, paperwork. I go to the hospital.
Okay.
She has the papers folded back. She didn't want me to read nothing.
Okay.
She just told me to sign right here.
Okay.
Your mother thought I was dumb enough to sign the paperwork without looking at it. When I...
Some birth paperwork. It's not a contract. It's a birth paperwork. I guess. Do you know what happened? Dr. Umar Johnson's like, nah, you're not going to make me sign some child support. He's like, listen, I'm not staying here. I'm out of here, right? He's like, you're not going to make me sign a child support, man. You're not going to let me price my book deal away, my movie deal away. This is crazy. This is insane, man. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
And I have my last name. So I told your mother, I'm tired of this.
Okay.
I'm going to get my blood test and I'm leaving. And that's what I did.
What?
I walked out the hospital. I got my blood test and she threw me into child support and you was barely 3 months old. Now,
just sign the birth certificate. If you believe it's not yours, say it. But he's not alluding to that, right? This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean by, like, hard to work with. I was that stubborn before, but not like that. This is like, that's some petty, and I don't think I was ever that stubborn. Like, if I said that's not my child, right? I get that part, but I don't think he's saying that. I would have said that, right? He would have said that, right? But he's going for the fact that, like, oh, this is so disturbing. Sign the goddamn paperwork. It's just a birth certificate. I guess he probably don't want to pay for it too. He's like, nah, I'm not paying for this. Oh my goodness, man.
I was never not there for you or your mother. I was never not there. I went to every appointment, prenatal and postnatal, until she started the hide and go seek games. And when your mother went to court with those fake abuse pictures, when your mother went to court after that man bust her windows out and threatened your life, after that man bust your mama car windows and threatened her life, and her and your grandma concocted a fake story.
I'm going to get this paperwork. I'm going to do that. Reminder, I'm going to write it now. Let's do keep. Let's see. Let me go to my YouTube, Google Keeps. Let's see. Get paperwork. Dr. Umar Johnson. Okay. I'm going to follow through with that.
Into court and tried to get my life destroyed, completely ruined. I had to start moving with caution, but I did not quit. I had to start moving with caution, but I did not quit. I had to start moving with caution, but I did not quit. I wasn't on the birth certificate because your mother didn't give you my last name and she tried to play games with the paperwork at the hospital. Tell her to tell you the whole story. Tell her to tell you the whole story.
She did.
Tell her
That's her
to
story.
tell you
That's
the
her
whole story. And let me tell you something about your grandpa.
Oh, no.
Because you told the people that your grandpa.
Oh, no. Wait. Isn't it part of like some dynasty, Dr. Umar Johnson? Isn't it part of some dynasty? Oh, man. Again, I'm laughing because at the end of the day, it's like if I take it too serious, like no one's gonna be here. Everyone's gonna say, "Oh my God, he's all dark and gloom and all that stuff." But it's really a sad situation that he's embarrassing himself on national television. He's embarrassing himself on the YouTube streets. Okay, just pure embarrassment.
Grandpop Johnson, my biological father.
Okay.
Grandpop Johnson, my biological father.
Mm-hmm.
You said he reached out to you. I don't know why Grandpop Johnson reached out to you.
Oh, no.
Because Grandpop Johnson knows I don't like him being in contact with you without my permission.
Oh, no.
Grandpop Johnson had no business reaching out to you because Grandpop Johnson knows I don't mess with him.
What? Okay. Before starting a YouTube channel, right? The word I used to hear all the time was narcissist. This person is a narcissist. My boyfriend is a narcissist. My girlfriend is a narcissist. I'm like, oh God, if I hear that, that's the most overused word, right? But when I started YouTube, that word is underused. Oh my goodness. If that's not the most narcissistic nonsense I've ever heard in my whole life. That he does the baby mom, right? Get that? He's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? That's not okay, but still, because that's his grandkids. Like, no. I want all of y'all. Like, even, oh my God. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is why people say like narcissists and all this stuff. Like, before I started YouTube, I'm like, that word, if I hear that word one more time on this YouTube streets, man, they have people that make Dr. Umar Johnson look like child play. Like, yeah, the way they lie, just a narcissist, like, because I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube, but that's some narcissistic nonsense right there. Talking about don't talk to your grandpa. How insane is that? Even though I don't even talk to grandpa, don't develop that relationship. You guys, man. Adios míos.
But let me tell you what your mother and Grandpa Johnson did behind my back when you was a toddler. You ready for this one, baby Smurf? Ask your mama about this.
Okay.
I want you to ask your mama about this.
2 times.
One day I'm coming home from work.
Okay.
And my brother is there.
Okay.
And my father's youngest son says to me, his oldest son.
Okay.
My father's youngest son says to me, his oldest son.
His oldest, okay, 2 times.
He said, Abu was over your baby mama house. And we was raised Muslim. So in Islam, Abu means daddy, right? In Islam, Abu means daddy. So he says, Abu was over your baby mama house.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? Abu was over your baby mama house. How in the hell can Abu, Grandpa Johnson, be at my baby mama house? He don't know my baby mama. I've never told him my baby mama name. He don't know where my baby mama live. So how in the hell did Grandpa Johnson end up at baby mama?
What the? Wait. Maybe I need to like refresh my memory on like his relationship with his dad. I thought he was cool with his dad. Maybe I'm wrong because his dad doesn't know his daughter-in-law like name. That's insane.
Guess what happened? My father's brother, my biological uncle, dated Mama Smurf's auntie. I'm going to say it again. Stay with me.
Okay, stay with me.
I did not know this. My father's brother, my biological uncle, dated my baby mom's auntie. Nobody told me. Let me say it one more time.
Okay.
My father's brother dated my baby mom's auntie, Auntie Smurf.
Okay.
Auntie Smurf. I never met Auntie Smurf. I don't know Auntie Smurf. Much respect to Auntie Smurf.
Okay, Auntie Smurf,
So,
got it.
Grandpop Johnson connects
Brother.
with Uncle Johnson.
Okay.
And Grandpop Johnson and
Okay.
Uncle Johnson
Okay.
gets in touch with Auntie Smurf. Stay with me, y'all. Stay
Okay,
with me.
okay.
Stay with me.
Okay.
Stay with me.
Okay, got you.
Grandpa
I'm with
Johnson
you.
goes
Got it.
behind his son's back.
I need pen.
Grandpa Johnson goes behind his son's back.
That's a check.
Gets with his brother, Uncle Johnson. Then go and find Auntie Smurf. And Auntie Smurf connects them to Grandma Smurf.
Okay.
And so Grandpa Johnson, Uncle Johnson,
Okay.
Auntie Smurf,
Okay.
Grandma Smurf
Okay.
get with Mama Smurf.
Mama, got it.
And they arrange for my father behind my back. This is how scandalous your mother is.
What?
This
Your grandpa wanted to meet his grandkids. Oh my goodness, yo. Is Umar Johnson the first YouTuber to like? I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say it, man. It's getting good. It's sad, but it's
This
getting
is
good.
how scandalous your mother is.
Okay.
Grandpa Johnson and Uncle Johnson gets with Auntie Smurf.
He sounded like Grandpa initiated it. what does Mama Smurf got to do with it? She's a child at that age.
Mama Smurf
Okay.
to see Dr. Umar's baby
Okay.
behind my back
Okay.
without me not being allowed to see my own child. Let me ask all black fathers a question. If you are a black father, can I ask you a question? If you are a black father, I'm
Oh my
asking
God.
black men a question. And if anybody want to text me, you know my number, 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I got a question for black fathers. If you are a father, would you go behind your son's back knowing he can't see his child? Would you go behind your son's back knowing he...
Okay. Something is definitely wrong with what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying. I want to see the paperwork. Again, 2001, around that year. So I don't think things were like digitized, but I may have to physically be there. Okay. And if you know me, I'm willing to do what it takes to get those. Okay. So because why would you not be allowed to see your infant? Right? You did something. Okay. You did something. And I think that's why Dr. Umar Johnson is shaking right now. I think that's why he's panicking. He's panicking. Something is in those paperwork.
behind your son's back knowing he can't see his child?
Okay.
Get with your brother
Okay.
who dated her aunt. Get with the grandma, get with the baby mom, and go spend time with your grandchild against the wishes of your son without your son's knowledge when he can't even see his own baby. Is there any father who would do that? Where the black men at in the chat? Where the black men at in the chat? I'm talking to the black men in the chat. Where you at?
Okay, yeah. So,
Brothers, where-
I'm here. Absolutely. Absolutely. If my son is a knucklehead, right? Knucklehead, didn't get right, and I have a grandchild, that knucklehead is not going to stop me from seeing my grandbaby. Is that a real question? That's what I'm saying. How can people fall for this nonsense? If you tell them, hey, whatever he's saying is not right, people are going to look at you, be quiet. Because people want to be lied to. People want the Kool-Aid. This is nonsense. This is insane what he's saying.
who would go behind their son's back, get with the baby mom, spend time with the grandchild without the son's knowledge, without the son's permission,
the son
and
was a
doesn't even
knucklehead.
advocate for his son to see his child.
probably
And
did.
doesn't even advocate for the
She
son to
probably
see his
did.
child. And doesn't even advocate for the son to see his child. The elders got together. Is it that the African way? I guess it is.
Exactly.
I guess it is. Without your son's permission.
Absolutely. He's talking to real African. That kid is a knucklehead. He's gonna learn. He's a knucklehead. Forget him. I go see my grandkids. What's wrong with him? That's what I'm saying. Like, but again, he doesn't want to hear that part. He does not want to hear that. In African family, think you're gonna because my son is a knucklehead, I can't see my grandkids? That's your generation. Yes, because he knows as the father, he knows, okay, yes, that's what I keep saying, that like, yes, sometimes things don't work out. So he understands that, but give her time. right? That's why. But again, they should not stop him. What if you give her time and you guys keep butting heads? So he should never see his grandkids. How absurd is that? Except, right? Extreme situations. Extreme situations. I thought he was gonna say like I don't know where the story was going. I thought like he was gonna say they were in a relationship. I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But this right here, there's nothing like that. It's just literally, hey, I'm like, I don't know where this is going at all, right? But it sounds like that Dr. Umar Johnson liked to go to the African ways of doing things. I am Nigerian, right? You think, and if African tell him that he doesn't want to hear that, he's gonna pick what he wants to hear, right? So let's not even go there.
Listen, that's not the African way. Your son can't see his child, but you over there. Yeah. Your son can't see his child, but you over there.
Yeah.
Your son can't see his child, but you over there. And
his
then my
days are
brother
limited.
tells me he got pictures with my daughter in his living room. What?
Oh my God.
What? My brother told me Grandpop Johnson got pictures. He said he got pictures with your daughter in his house. How in the hell did Grandpop Johnson get pictures with my daughter and I can't even see my own daughter? Can I ask baby mamas, if you are a mother or a grandmother, can I ask you a question? And I have no disrespect towards Grandma Smurf. She's an elder. She did me wrong, but she's an elder. Much respect to you, Grandma Smurf. I don't hold no animosity for no relatives, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncle, cousins. I hold y'all harmless.
Oh, I do. And this is one thing about me. I'm very upfront. I don't play that little like see what's going on. No. I let people know how I feel about them. I have family members. I'm nope, never talking to you again. Don't care. remember when I was 12 years old and you said you were gonna give me a PlayStation and you didn't get me the PlayStation game? Nope. No, I have to see you again. I'm just kidding.
I want to ask a question to the mothers and grandmothers. If you are a mother or grandmother, would you invite your grandchild's grandfather to your house if you know he don't have a good relationship with his son to be with his child behind his back?
His days are limited.
Would you invite your grandbaby?
Absolutely. His days, that may be the last chance he gets. You don't know.
Over your house to spend time with your grandbaby when you know him and his father don't get along and he don't want his father around his child. And the baby daddy can't even see his own child. The baby daddy can't even see his own child. But y'all gonna bring Grandpa Johnson, or that's what your mother and grandmother did and your grandfather did. That's what your mother, I'm not gonna blame your auntie because your auntie could have been innocent. I'm not gonna blame my uncle. My uncle could have been innocent. Should my uncle have told me that he dated my baby mom's aunt? He should have told me that. He should have told me that. My uncle should have told me he dated my baby mom's aunt. It's okay. I was born Jermaine Shoemake anyway. I'm good. I was born Jermaine Shoemake anyway. I'm good. I was born Jermaine Shoemake anyway. I'm good. But anyway. Brothers and sisters, one of the reasons I don't mess with my father.
Something big is coming. I think that Tasha K interview probably happened. Something big is coming. He is. Ooh, he's shaking in his boots. Something is going on in the background. He's just reaching for everything. He's like a fish trying to get go back in the water. He's just all over the place, like dog shit.
And I'm gonna say this to you, Grandpa Johnson, since you've been all over the internet slandering me with my enemies.
Okay,
you've been all over the internet.
Look for that
you chilled
interview.
out the last couple years, and I respect you for that. But nobody's father should be on the internet slandering their son with their enemies. Nobody's father should be on the internet slandering their son with their enemies.
Just like you slandering your daughter. Oh my goodness, man. The internet is gonna play a very interesting role in human existence, man. You can't get rid of this.
Father should be on the internet slandering their son with his enemies. You spent time with my daughter behind my back. You got close with my enemies slandering me on the internet behind my back. I'm going to respectfully ask you, sir, stay the fuck out of my life and away from my children. I'm not going to tell you no more. I don't mess with you. I do not mess with you. Stay out my life. Stay away from my children. I'm not going to tell your ass no more. Now,
What?
Let's continue.
Oh my goodness.
Baby Smurf.
Sir, you
Baby
don't even
Smurf.
see your daughter. Oh my goodness. You don't even see his daughters. Holy moly. So he wants to break that connection from his daughter so she doesn't get a chance to see his family so they can tell her about him. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That you went with me to the Garvey meetings every Sunday at 3 o'clock in North Philadelphia? Ask your mama. The Garveyites of Philadelphia know. Most of them are ancestors now, but you went to the Garvey. I raised you in the UNIA. I was trying to raise you in the UNIA. Baby Smurf was with the Prince of Pan-Africanism every Sunday at 3 o'clock at 1609-11 Cecil B. Moore Avenue at the Thomas W. Harvey Hall, International Headquarters of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League, August 1929 of the world. You was with me every Sunday at the Garvey meetings. We went to the zoo. We went to the museums. We always had fun. We went to the restaurant. Baby Smurf. Baby Smurf. I took you to the Garvey study groups. You was always with your daddy till your mama start running away. You was always with your daddy until your mama start running away. And then you had some Negro on social media said. He had supervised visitation. I never had supervised visitation. I had real custody, partial custody, split custody. I never had to sit on the couch. And I never sat on the couch for Baby Smurf. I sat on the couch for the Princess of Pan-Africanism. I never sat on the couch for Baby Smurf. I sat on the couch for the Princess of Pan-Africanism. I never sat on the couch for Baby Smurf. I sat on the couch for the Princess of Pan-Africanism, and that was not a court order because we had never been to court for custody. That was not a court order. We had never been to court for custody because I didn't believe in the courts no more because they didn't help me get my baby for 10 years. I sat on the couch because I was trying to be humble, hoping that the evil vegan would let me see my child. But let me stay on Baby Smurf. We want to get to the evil vegan in a minute. I wanted both of my babies, and I was happy to be a father. I wanted both of my babies, and I was happy to be a father. I wanted both of my babies, and I was happy to be a father. So somebody said, well, he was too busy with his career. That had nothing to do with it. I'm never too busy for my children. I'm never too busy for my children. That ain't have nothing to do with it. I wasn't there because I was kept out. It ain't have
we
nothing
know,
to
we
do
know,
with no
we know.
speaking, no traveling, no organizing. That's a bunch of cap. I never had a restraining order against me by any woman in my life. If I'm lying, produce it. I never put my hands on a woman in my life. I never put my hands on a woman in my life. If I have a restraining order, can somebody show me? If any woman, anywhere, anytime, got a restraining order on me, police report on me, arrest record on me, show me. I was happy to be a father. I was kept out of my children's lives because I wanted to be a father. How many black men know what I'm talking about when I say I was kept out of my children's lives because I wanted to be a father? How many black men understand what I'm saying when I say I was kept out of my children's lives because I wanted to be a father? They kept me out because I wanted to be. Men who don't want to be fathers don't have to be kept away. You don't have to hide the children. You ain't got to go and get custody. Men who don't want to be involved, they don't go to court. The parents don't hide the kids. It's the men who want to be fathers. When you want to be a father, you go through this shit. When you want to be a father, you go through this. You don't go through this.
Again, I'm going to go to the court and try to see what I can find. But again, I'm going to do a follow-up video today, okay? I wrote it down, so I know last time I was supposed to do it, but I just kind of forgot. And there's another video that came out today that I'm going to cover later, okay? I'm probably going to do that tomorrow or probably Thursday or Friday.
That's why you go through this. I want to say something else. When Mama Smurf got pregnant, her cousin was pregnant. She had an older cousin or aunt who was pregnant. And her baby daddy decided to marry her.
Okay.
And I think that Mama Smurf felt that she could make me marry her too.
Okay.
Mama Smurf's mother and father were going through a divorce while she was pregnant with my child. And I think a lot of the negative energy that I caught from Mama Smurf had to do with the fact that her mother and father were going through a divorce. I caught a lot of that negative energy from the Grandmom Smurf and from Mama Smurf. From Grandmom Smurf and from Mama Smurf. They was going through a divorce. Here you are pregnant with my child. I'm not trying to marry you just because. And so I got treated like shit. Now, Mama Smurf was on birth control pill. The evil vegan had an IUD. Mama Smurf was on birth control pill. The evil vegan had an IUD.
Smurf was a birth control pill. We got it. The evil vegan had an IUD. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man. Okay, I think his video is almost done. Dr. Umar is something else, man.
The evil vegan had an IUD. I didn't ask your opinion, so you're getting blocked, party. Mama Smurf stopped taking her pills after she graduated from Millersville University. The pregnancy was intentional. Mama Smurf got pregnant on purpose. She stopped taking birth control after she graduated from Millersville University. The pregnancy was intentional. She did it on purpose. And I did not have a problem because I was ready to be a daddy, so it was all good. The pregnancy was not the problem. Nobody told them to get rid of their babies. Nobody told them to get rid of their babies. Nobody. I was ready to be a dad. The pregnancy wasn't the problem. The shotgun marriage was the problem. The pregnancy wasn't the problem. The shotgun marriage was the problem. The pregnancy wasn't the problem. The shotgun marriage was the problem. One time I went over Mama Smurf's house and she didn't open the door, and I saw her car outside. And I said, why Mama Smurf not opening the door? Her car is outside. And Mama Smurf finally comes to the door. She says, my mom don't want my dad in the house. My mom don't want my dad in the house. My mom don't want my dad in the house. And I'm like, but that's his house. He live here. They're going through a divorce, but he paid the bill.
That was a good girl, man. She's going through her parents is going through divorce. You thought she could lean on Dr. Umar Johnson. There was no YouTube back then, so she didn't know the guy is like he's a car salesman, right? You didn't know that, right? We got that good talk, right? She fell for that stuff, right? And she's going through that, and I'm keep expecting to say something like insane, like, oh, she cheated and all this stuff, but that's not what it's given. It's not given that. It's given someone who had an unexpected pregnancy, and he's like, wait, listen, let's try to, you know what I'm saying? Start this union. It's not, again, this guy had nothing at 2001, nothing, right? he didn't realize the internet, the power of like going online and trying to build this invisible school. He didn't realize that yet, right? And she tried to make something out of nothing. And what did she get? That. Whatever nonsense you've been hearing for the last hours, right? And what's really just sad about the whole situation, instead of like, again, you would think after all these years, he's going to come to some kind of understanding, like, okay, maybe my ways with her was not right. Still nothing. Still nothing.
But why would you not let your father in the house? So I knew Mama Smurf had a little bit of daddy issues. She didn't have as many daddy issues as the evil vegan, as you will soon find out. But Mama Smurf had some daddy issues. Mom and dad was going through a divorce.
Oh,
so
buddy.
I caught a lot.
The evil vegan is tomorrow. I think he made a video today. I'm gonna go live on that one, maybe on Thursday or Friday. Maybe Friday I'm gonna do it, okay? And also on the weekend we're gonna do Kanye West. If I already have the video up, don't forget to look at the whatever part that is. So you're gonna look at the card over here, okay?
I caught a lot of the divorce between Grandpa Smurf and Mama Smurf. I caught a lot of that energy that probably wasn't even meant for me, but I caught that energy. I think that's all I want to say on Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. I'm going to end this live, and I'm coming right back so we can talk about baby mama number 2.
Oh no.
The evil vegan.
Oh no.
Before I end the live,
oh no,
I want to let people know I will be in Binghamton, New York on Saturday.
Okay.
Before I end the live and start it back up, I want to let people know I will be in Binghamton, New York on April 5th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, April 16th, New Brunswick, New Jersey, April 17th, University Park, Pennsylvania, April 20th, Newark, New Jersey, April the 23rd, HBCU FAMU, April the 25th, Shelton, Connecticut, April the 26th, University Park, Pennsylvania, again on April the 29th. I repeat, Binghamton, New York, April the 5th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, April the 16th, New Brunswick, New Jersey, April the 17th, University Park, Pennsylvania, April the 20th. Newark, New Jersey, April the 23rd. HBCU FAMU, April the 25th. Shelton, Connecticut, April the 26th. And University Park, Pennsylvania, April the 29th. All of my April in
I think I was being fair in this assessment. The question that I have is, should I try to reach out to Dr. Umar Johnson and do an interview with him? What do you guys think? If I should do that, if you reach this part, leave a question, right? But it may be a paid interview. That's the problem with someone like him. He's going to be a paid interview, but I will hope the money would go to helping his child, right? But let me know what you guys think. Or do you think I'm basically subsidizing his lifestyle, which you consider, like, again, someone who's trying to take advantage of people? So if you, I don't know, we'll see, okay? Because I'm pretty sure he's not going to do a free interview, because I want to ask those questions. Like, nah, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that give commentary on Dr. Umar Johnson for years. So I'm pretty sure he's very close to those people. So new face, maybe he's going to try to think that he can, like, I don't know, like, change my perspective, right? But it'll be good to have a good one-on-one conversation to kind of ask some questions that is lingering just after watching some of the stuff that I just observed.
Except HBCU FAMU, the flyers will be coming soon. I'm going to end this and we coming back for baby mama trauma.
Oh no.
Forget the drama.
Oh no.
We at trauma.
Baby mama trauma.
Black men, you can have drama. That's low. When it gets up here,
baby
that's
mama
trauma.
Okay.
We've been past baby mama drama. We got baby mama trauma.
Got it.
Where all my black men and non-custodial mothers going through baby mama drama right now? Where all my black men and non-custodial mothers going through baby mama trauma right now? I got baby mama trauma.
Oh no.
Trauma.
Oh no.
So I'm going to end this and I'm coming right back for the evil vegan.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for your time. Let's see. Let me go back. Thanks for your time today. So that was amazing. Thanks for everyone for sticking by. Let's see. Don't forget, I asked a few questions, so see if you can leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna do more Dr. Umar Johnson video. We're gonna do different people videos, so we're gonna see. Okay. But if you like what you see, definitely don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And also send me links to anyone you think I should watch concerning some of the things that was addressed in this video, okay? And so I can do commentary to it, okay? But anyway, thanks for your time. I look forward to the next video. Peace.